Hello to November's channel update. I am Lockhart, and first of all, I want to thank all of you new subscribers. Once again, you make this amazingly fun and interesting, and it's so great to see all of you signing up, especially all of you guys who, the Johnny Mayer had me as his very first subscriber spotlight, and it was a very fun, amazing video, kind of weird to watch yourself being spotlighted, and if one of you are those people who have checked my channel out since seeing that, a big special thanks to you, special thanks to Johnny Mayer. I hope I can be as entertaining and fun as he is. And with that, next topic, I kind of want to talk about a new segment I've been thinking about, reviews. Basically, sometimes when I'm watching LPs and following my channels and stuff like that, I see that there's a game an LPer is doing, and I kind of just want to get their opinion on it. I don't really want to watch the whole LP because I don't want to spoil it. So what I'm going to be doing is creating a review segment. Basically, whenever I've finished a game, I've finished doing the LP for it, it's all done, wrapped up, I'll be recording a review segment. It'll be kind of in a separate review playlist, whatever. And it's basically just going to be my rundown of it, what I think of it. Do I think you should buy the game? It's probably going to be just one of these camera things here. Hopefully I won't stumble over my words as much as I am now. But hopefully you'll get about an idea of how good I think the game is without having to watch the whole LP. Because sometimes you don't want to watch an LP. And with that, you should be seeing the first review fairly soon because Cthulhu Saves the World is done. The final episode has been recorded. It's actually been recorded for a while. I was really getting into it and just kind of wanted to get it done. And anyway, been on backlog for a little while. Then it's coming up. It's been a whole lot of fun. I hope you stick around, watch it from the beginning, even though the first two episodes, pretty bad on my part. But anyway, it's coming to end. It's been a whole lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. And next up will be a short little 4-part LP on a game called Home. It's kind of an adventure horror type game. It was a little fun. Nice little short adventure thing. And after that, we'll get to that. After that's in the future. And with that, I just kind of want to take a moment to discuss how the channel is, what I might think of doing going forward, and at this point, hopefully if you guys want, toss in a whole lot of feedback and comments below about this. Feel free to talk about anything. As much as I understand this is my own thing, and I'll run it as my own thing, I want there to be a little back and forth. I want the people who have kind of taken the time to subscribe and support me to have a little bit of feedback in it too, because I don't want this to be some sort of dictatorship where Lockhart is ruling everything with an iron fist. I want you guys to have some input too, and what you feel is good. So feel free to toss any info that you think I should do, the direction the channel is doing. Should I do more games at the same time, more updates, less updates, shorter videos, whatever. Anyway, as far as the channel's going now, first of all, the face cam on the videos. I had one in Cthulhu Saves the World. I'll have one in Home because I recorded that one way back in September. It's kind of been sitting in buffer zone. Anyway, I'm probably going to stop doing this. I've been experimenting a bit with some of the recording editing software. It's now a little bit more of a hassle to kind of record and edit in. I haven't been doing it with Pokemon Leaf Green. The reason I started doing it originally was because I kind of want to have this, the theme of my LP channel to sort of be that feeling you had when you were just sitting down playing games with a friend. I mean, you could kind of look at them in the face, sort of that back and forth banter, a couple jokes at the action, making weird voices when the character spoke, or maybe I'm alone in doing that. But basically, I kind of wanted that, so that's why I tossed it in there. And I know some people are against it, and it's kind of a hassle, but I kind of want to see what you thought about it. Is it a good move I'm doing this? Is it a neutral move? Do you not care what my face looks like? Are you just listening to the audio of this and checking out some movie elsewhere? I don't know. But tell me what you think about that. But that's probably what it is going to be going forward. No face, that sort of stuff. And again, I am kind of recording with different recording softwares, editing softwares. I'm not trying to put a whole lot of editing into my videos. You can probably tell. But I guess I'm just trying to make them fun, quick, and hopefully stand on their own. Not trying to be amazing, but just trying to be fun and entertaining. But do you think I should be doing more editing? Should I be editing out all the ums and all the other weird sounds I make? Not talking. That's not a weird sound, that's me talking. But again, let me know about that. And finally, just kind of a rundown of the games you might be seeing in the future on this channel. Mostly I am a player of RPGs, JRPGs. That's kind of where I feel my niche is. It's those type of games that really got my attention, that I really like. Even the whole monotonous grinding aspect of them, which hopefully I'm sparing you guys well. Cthulhu Saves the World. I'm kind of showing every random battle. Sorry. But the random battles are fun. You gotta admit that. The enemies are fun, at least. Anyway. But I do like to stretch my creative video game playing wings, as it were, and try some other things. Mostly kind of platformers, some action, adventure RPG types. So here's kind of a rundown of some of the games that I'm thinking about LPing. Again, toss comments out if there's one you really want to see, or one you really don't want to see. I may or may not listen to you, because honestly, I do think some of these games look fun. But I'll kind of try to use my own discretion as to what is an acceptable LP title and what isn't. But anyway, so some of the platformers I'm looking at. I've really been active on Steam. They have some really fun deals that are really good sometimes. So there's a couple of platformers that have caught my eye there. One is Limbo, which I know it's been LP to death. Everyone has done LP of it. But I want to be everyone too. Please. Oh, anyway, it's a fun little platformer, puzzly type game. Closure is another one. I haven't gone too into it. Again, it looks a neat platform thing. Very concentrating on the fact of having light, because if you don't have light, nothing exists and you fall off into oblivion. Again, I haven't gone too far into it, but it looks kind of cool. There's Gateways, which kind of looks like a 2D Portal. Yeah, so cool, but confusing. I don't know. Again, I checked out a little bit. Some of these I've checked out a bit. Again, a lot of these I might be doing a bit blind. Or not. It depends how they're. Like the next one, They Bleed Pixels. I suppose it's a platformer. Or maybe it's a hack and slasher. Or maybe it's kind of a combination of the both. But it's kind of hard, so I wouldn't be doing that one blind. I'd be practicing levels quite a bit if I did that one. And apart from that, there's always a few Game Boy titles in there. There's some Kirby games. I know I have a copy of Wario Land 3. I might give it a try. So something along those. Some of the RPGs I might be looking at, I keep trying to go back and forth. Should I do individual ones? Should I try and do a series and run through it? I'm not sure. But I've got a lot of games. A lot of them are the GBA remakes or the DS remakes. So those will probably be the versions I'll be doing. But for example, I got the Dragon Quest series or Dragon Warrior as the remakes for the Game Boy Color were known as. They're very much the style, visually, all a bit play style of Cthulhu Saves the World. You'll certainly see a lot of similarities as I play one of those. And they're all right, but some of the first ones are a bit boring. I'm not sure how well they do. We'll see. Final Fantasy series, again, some of the same things. Oddly enough, with this one, I might... there's one that is one of my favorite Final Fantasies, actually Final Fantasy 3. And if I do decide to LP that, I probably won't be doing the DS remake. I'll probably be running the NES version of it, but we'll see. Again, these are all up in the air. Chrono Trigger, because it's only the most awesome game ever, and it was remade for the DS. Of course, there's Breath of Death 7, the sibling to Cthulhu Save the World, done by Zavoid Games. It's included in the package when you buy them, so I have it anyway. Again, it looks to be a fun, similar ROM to that. That one is kind of why I'm leaning forward. It's a nice, easy seg from... Seg, is that the right word? I don't know. Anyway, it's a nice, easy transition from Cthulhu Saves the World into this one. So we'll see. But again, there's also the Legend of Zelda games. I have Link's Awakening, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. All of them just begging to be played, and I'll have to see if I can measure up to some of the other Zelda LPs out there. Or just have fun swinging a sword around, because isn't that always fun? There's some of the GBA remakes, Game Boy Advance, GBA. Anyway, Tales of Phantasia, that's been sitting half played. I've never gone through it. I know I'm a heretic. Golden Sun and its sequel for GBA. There's some of the tactical RPGs for it. These ones, I'm not 100% sure how exactly I would do with LP of them. It could be challenging. I might be... Let me know, especially if you guys would like to see me ever do tactical RPGs, or if that would be something that just would not interest you. When I say tactical RPGs, I mean something like the Final Fantasy Tactics series. They're a very good, popular example of it. But some of the ones I'm looking at are Onimusha Tactics for the GBA, a rather underrated and unappreciated title for the system, I think. And also Tactics Ogre, the Knight of Lotus. I think many of you have heard of the Ogre Battle or Tactics Ogre series of games, very high political. There's some good story and interesting mechanics in them. And another thing from Steam is they kind of have this Sega Classics packages, whatever. And there's one that includes a lot of the Shining Force games. And they're fun. I think they might suit my playstyle. And they might be a bit easier than some of the modern tactical RPGs, because I think they're maybe a bit quicker, maybe. I don't know. So that's another one thing of. And then there's a few kind of miscellaneous ones. There's the Orcs Must Die series. It's a PC game. It's kind of a combination of your action hack and slashy RPG with tower defense, I guess. You kind of have these traps in these levels, and it's kind of something that's been in my head to do just a sort of one level per episode LP thing, and it might turn out somewhat interesting. And another PC game that's kind of a little out there, it seems reminiscent of Home, which, I mean, you guys won't see yet, but when you do get a chance to see it, it's sort of this adventure-y horror, a little bit of platforming, role-playing maybe. It seemed a very heavy story kind of survival-y type game, a good end of the world sort of thing. You're all by yourself. You are the lone survivor. And do you go crazy or kill stuff? Or is everything actually fine? I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts for now. It's probably taken a while. Hopefully you're still watching. If you are, I hope you've enjoyed. I have enjoyed LPing so far. I plan to do a whole lot more of it. So as Cthulhu Saves the World ends and new games appear, I hope you will check them out and just talk to me here. Leave some comments below. Let's have some back and forth and hammer out stuff. Bye for now.